Hey everyone, Mr. Clutch here, looking at the action for Friday, and it was a really nice day, a really nice trend day, really nice moves to catch today. So let's jump in and look at what we saw on the charts today. So starting with SPY, you kind of came out chopping here under this zone we had marked, kind of went up to it a little bit, broke down, and here's your first entry opportunity. Pardon me. So we were flagging back here to the 13. It was pretty steep candle, so these are hard to draw and catch a lot of times. But when you see this really high wick that pushes up and through and then breaks down, and remember how we talked about, or I guess that was my other video I did yesterday, the bullish and bearish engulfing candles. Right here we've got a bearish engulfing candle that's breaking down and basically reversing that trend there. You can ride that down and catch a real nice move there. That was the first move of the day. Second was here. You know, you could have, after you took this one, because this is even less steep, it comes back in this to this level we have marked. You would not be faulted for taking this flag break down here, and it just didn't get enough. You probably didn't get enough out of it. Stopped out. Hopefully, well, I should say, if you had a really tight stop, you might have held on to it, but you know, you weren't getting this push. And you know, the more I look at it, I don't think because you would have got in here somewhere, you shouldn't have been ever stopped out. You should have barely been red, and then you would have kind of just been waiting basically, and then it would have broken down. But if you didn't get in here, you could get in on this breakdown here, pin this. These are my favorite when this is really tight, almost like triangular angle. There on the 13 and the trend line, and just breaks down through that. So you get in there, nice move. I mean, there's opportunities all day. You might have tried that. It's like on these nice trend days, you got multiple areas where you can potentially get in. And here's another one right here. Ride that down a little bit, and then you could have drawn that out too. It kind of faked you out and then came back, but as soon as it slammed down through both, then you're in and really riding that down pretty far. So I mean, look how many we're drawing here, and then another one here. It was like, have your, take your pick today on the way down. Really, you almost can't find one that you couldn't get in. I mean, you could have even got in right here potentially and caught some of that move. So now we're to our zone, so we're kind of just like letting it get through here. And this is kind of where my day, I kind of stopped looking at the charts here. You could have played that, but it already kind of ticked to the bottom of this zone and held, so you're not real sure. You're getting in more unsure territories. You get, like we've talked about in these before, there's a lot of meat on the bone on the way down, and it just starts drying up more and more. You never really know where the bottom's going to be for the day, but once you start getting closer, you can kind of feel it the way things start moving. So this probably really, with just a simple trend line right here, I thought it might touch that. You could have got one more nice move down to cement the last move down there. And then personally, I guess when you flip and you reclaim back into this zone, and you've got room between here and your 200, you could play that there on its way up and catch a nice end-of-day move, switching gears to the upside. So look at all these opportunities. You could almost find your way in anywhere today. It was hard to find somewhere that you were going to get stopped out at. So let's flip over to the Qs real quick and see what it looked like. So at the open, yeah, we actually went up and in and then kind of bounced around. And it kind of did that same thing that SPY did with a real steep candle and then broke down. So you may not have drawn this out. It would be hard to, I always find these hard to decide on. And this one didn't have the bearish engulfing. It kind of just stair-stepped its way down. But it was definitely a good move. So it ticked wick to the 13 and held. So there was opportunity there. And then the next best opportunity was right here. You might have had that a little tighter, but when they go up and kind of just walk sideways, I usually like to just let them walk sideways and then let a new point form that might give us a better spot to connect it to, and that was it right there. And then you're in there. So good move down there. Now this one, let's see. This one kind of did the same thing. These ones are where they like flag up and then just start walking sideways. I always try to wait on another point. If you miss it and it just goes, then you just missed it. But a lot of times it seems like it'll kind of like walk over and then give you a point, make one last run at it, and then break down. So then you could have got in and ridden that down. Really, one of the nicer flags was right there. Could have got in here. We're at the top of that level, or we're resisting against that level. It was support. Now it's turned into resistance here, and we break down there, and we're still not done yet. Here's another nice one. We kind of come up and reclaim that, but then we lose it quickly. Off we go again. Just take your pick, like I said. Here's walk up. Right here, you're pinned in the 13 and the trend line breakdown. You're in here. You probably scale some here, hold a little bit, and get the nice last flush down there. I mean, Q's actually had some really good follow-through moves here. This one here, I probably, you may have tried here. Let's see, this may have been one that you tried. This could have been a stop here because it walked up it, hit it here, came back. Looks like we're breaking through it under the 13. You might have entered here and been stopped out, but if you got your stop set, then you're going to get hit here. You're redrawing a line here. This nice little walk up, breaks down. Let's see what the volume looked like on that one, because that's a nice little stair step up. Yep, super low volume. It's the lowest volume I see back to the left on a green candle. So stair stepped up. That was a nice move there. So then on the way up, you're kind of letting it chop here. We're drawing the top of this little range consolidation area in the bottom here. We're like, don't take anything in there for right now. We break out of it. I wouldn't fault you for looking at this as a flag potentially. Taking that. You're kind of extended from your 13 here, so I don't love these where it's like breaking so far away from the 13 because your stop may hit before it gets back to the 13. But this one right here, let's look at that volume. Zoom in here. That's pretty low volume there on this walk down. And so anyways, that breaks out and you get a nice move up to end the day. So all in all, this was a day where if you lost money or you missed out today, kind of reassess and think about how you missed some of these and like kind of what you could have done different. And feel free to comment on Twitter or in the comments if there's something that I didn't catch. Maybe it was like an obvious entry that maybe did get you stopped out. But yeah, just keep it simple. Keep looking at the bigger picture. Like I said, a lot of times you can get like we talked about yesterday, you can get so into these every little candle and what it's doing, and that you fail to see kind of these larger build out areas where there's a bigger breakdown over a longer area. When it's clean, it's a nice easy stair step up into a flag. Those are easy. But some of these, they are hard to catch. So anyways, with that said, everyone have a good day, and we'll have a good weekend, and we'll be back on Monday. Thanks for watching.